Hello there, viewers. Welcome back to the channel. Today is the actual review, 2-year review of my 2023 Chevrolet Bolt 1LT. As many of you know, I was in Florida on March 11th of this year, which was the actual 2-year date that this car was 2 years old, on the nose. So, we are officially home now. We've been home for about a week and a half, and I can actually go over. I've taken some photos. I took a video of the outside of the car to show you that there's no scratches, no problems. The whole front has been replaced due to a car versus deer accident back in November, I think November 8th. So it's officially been 100% repaired now. So that's all taken care of. No more issues. So we don't even have any, as many of you seen, I have got some paint filler. I fixed some of the dents and scratches over the last 2 years on the front of the car. But now I've got a new bumper, new grille, new active shutters, a new hood, new everything. So anything that had scratches on it, there are no more. So, quickly, expenses for 2024. Write this down. $2.50 for a key fob battery. That is correct. $2.50 for a key fob battery. I don't think it should have went bad within 2 years, but on November 5th, I spent the $2.50 and installed it myself. The mileage was 40,300 at the time. And roughly, we only ended up having about 43,000 miles on the car, a little over 43,000, maybe 300-ish at the exact 2-year mark. So, you may or may not know, as an Uber driver, my first year I put 30,000 miles on this thing. It was awesome. Then, for about the last 7 months, I did not do any Uber driving. Had a lot of other issues, a lot of other things I was dealing with, and I did not drive for Uber. So that's why this year we basically ended up, in 1 year we drove maybe 13,300 miles. So at the ballpark we were at like 43,300 ish at the 2-year mark. Currently I'm at 43,777. But we have had 2 tire rotations that I did myself last year during the past 1 year. Currently we are on the original tires, and we probably can get another 6,000 or 8,000 miles out of these, somewhere a little over 50,000 miles. I'm gonna need to replace these. So I don't think that's great, but you know what? Sometimes factory tires aren't the greatest. I got, out of my Prius when I had it, I got about 55,000 out of my originals, and that's about it. So that's a give and a take. The reason we didn't put a lot of miles also, besides Uber, is we spent a lot of time in Florida. We were down there in November. We were there last year for January, February, and March, most of March last year, and the car was up here, not being used. It was available. My kids just didn't need to use it, so they did not. So okay, run on across the street there, chase down the ball. There you go. Looks like it's softball time. So. But hold on just a minute and I'll get back with you. All right, here's the walk around. We don't have any damage on the exterior of the car. Here's the trunk. Everything's looking good. Down in the trunk, it's kind of dark in there. Hopefully you can see, other than being a little bit dirty. That kind of shows you there. I don't have any scratches that I can find. This is, let's do the interior real quick. Currently we got 43,777, 43777 on her. Seat covers have probably saved me. There's no damage underneath on the seats because of these seat covers I bought right away. No scratches on the interior. Everything looks clean. You pop open the back doors. I mean, I try to keep it fairly clean. It needs a good wash. Now that it's been repaired at the auto body shop from the car versus deer accident, now, which I think they should have cleaned it and they didn't, but anyway. Here's under the hood. Doesn't look too shabby. And of course, there's no damage, no scratches on the front, just bugs and dirt. She's as clean as a whistle because it's all brand new. The whole front end is all new. I think there's a couple of minor chips on the front windshield. But they're hard to find because this thing is so dirty. After I get it cleaned up, maybe we would be able to find them. But other than that, that's the overview of the outside. As you noticed in that video on the walk around, other than being dirty and it needs a good washing, I should have washed it before I did the walk around video, but there's no issues. Equipment wise, I was trying to go through and see, again, it's only 2 years. Power windows work perfect, power locks work perfect, the computer screen, a 10.2 inch center screen works perfect. There is no issues. Now, I am out of the 3-year 36,000 mile warranty because of the mileage, even though I've only owned the car 2 years. But it's got the battery and the drive motor is covered for 100,000 miles. So those are still under warranty, but there's no issues whatsoever with the Bolt. It's doing fantastic. I'm gonna start doing some more Uber driving. I did last week a little bit, and I'm gonna start getting back into it for stuff to do. I'm also keeping up with a lot of other issues, things that I'm working on that I have other things that I'm working on while I'm here. I don't just sit around. Even though I'm retired, I'm not retired. I do things that I enjoy with the kids and the grandkids and their cars and their vehicles, and you'll see some videos that I've been putting up on some of the stuff I work on their cars on. So this video is not going to be a 30-minute video because there's no need. Okay, maybe after another year, at the 3-year mark, I'm assuming I'm going to probably put at least 20,000 miles on this car this year. Maybe not the 30 that I put on it the first year, but not the 13.5 or 13.3 or whatever that we put on it this past year. So if we put say 20,000 miles on it, we'll be at least at, again, we'll probably be at 63 or 64,000 miles next year, which still isn't very many miles. The battery and the drive motor as a front wheel drive vehicle will still be under warranty. Now, this year, my expense will be a new set of tires. We'll have to look at those, see around. I don't know the cost on those. I don't think they're much more expensive at all than regular tires. And I probably would like to get something that had maybe a 70,000 mile warranty. I mean, I'd like to get something. I like to keep my tires. I don't want to have to go in, at every 50,000 to get new tires. It'd be nice to have them last 70,000. So we'll see. I've done some reviews. I have to check Consumer Reports and see where we're sitting with what tires they like, the tread wear, sound, road noise. Since we don't have an engine, the only noise you're hearing will be road noise going down the road. That's it. It's very, very quiet unless you get loud tires that create a lot of road noise. But I was going over all my statistics and my all of my information I've got on my notebook. There's just no expenses on this so far. It's pretty simple. And again, I've said this on several videos. I don't have 100,000 miles on this. I don't have 150,000 on it yet. I don't want to sit here and say, man, this is one of the best cars I've ever owned. I can say that it's fun to drive, that we have no issues, but that's at 2 years. Okay, where are we at 3 years, 4 years, 5 years? Once we hit the 100,000 mile mark, and once we hit the 150,000 mile mark, you know, I'm very glad we don't have oil changes, you know, filter changes. I did a cabin air filter, if you recall, about 1.5 years ago when I hit 24,000 miles, because General Motors said, oh, every 24,000 you need to do a cabin air filter. It was as clean, looked like brand new. So I'm not going to do it at 48,000 miles at all this year. We might wait till another year down the road to spend the $10 on a cabin air filter. We'll see. We'll just see where it goes. So appreciate everything you guys do. Please like and subscribe if you like this kind of content, and we'll keep it going. So stay safe.